Please subscribe before watching the movie. Welcome back to Movies Recapped. The movie begins and we see a cult, mostly women and girls in this cult. All the people in this cult had nothing to do with the outside world because they all lived in the middle of the forest and the mountains. There was only one man in this whole cult whose name is Shepherd. Shepherd was the leader of this cult, and whatever he said here, these women used to believe it without any thought. All the women in this group in red dress were Shepherd's wife and the girls in blue dress. It was Shepherd's daughters. Whatever Shepherd's wife was, she used to accept Shepherd's words without thinking, because they believed that Shepherd was their god. Actually, all these women had given up with their lives. But when it came to Shepherd, Shepherd changed their whole life. And this was the reason that all these women believed everything about she. She had a daughter named Sheila. Sheila always thought of her mom. Actually, her mother died as soon as Sheila was born. She also loved Sheila the most out of all his daughters, because Sheila was as beautiful as her mother. Sheila always asks Shepherd about, but Shepherd always ignores Sheila's statement. Shepherd had made many rules here, such as if someone was sick here, he would not take him to the hospital and treat him in the forest. And if any woman had a period here, Shepherd would keep her from the group for a few days because Shepherd believed that women become impure during periods. There were two other women in this group whom Shepherd had kept out of his group because one of these women was always sick and the other woman did not follow Shepherd's rules. The woman who did not follow Shepherd's rules, the woman's name was Sarah Shepherd, kept these two in a cabin a little away from him. All the people in this cult did not want to talk to them because they thought these two women were impure. One day when Sheila went to graze her goats, then Sheila gets her period for the first time. Sheila does not understand this thing, and she screams here. Sheila gets scared and even kills a goat here. When Sheila comes home in the evening, she does not tell anyone about her period because Sheila knew that if anyone found out about her period, she would be taken out of the group and sent to live with Sarah. When Shepherd asks Sheila about that dead goat, Sheila lies here and that the goat has been killed by some wild dogs. Shepherd believed in Seal's words, so he does not say anything to it. Actually, Shepherd did not yet know about Seal's period, so he does not say anything to it at night. Two officers come to these officers ask him to leave with his group. Actually, Shepherd was living illegally in this forest with his group. The officers give this warning and say that if these people do not go from here, then they will arrest all the people of its group. Shepherd now had no other way, so he tells his wives that now we have to go from here because the people of this world will not let us live in peace. At the behest of his daughters and wives taking their belongings go out with Shepherd in search of another place. All the people were very excited for the new place. On the other hand, Sheila was immersed in her thinking. Actually, last night, Sheila saw Shepherd talking to those police officer, due to which Sheila starts having some doubts about Shepherd. These people were looking for another place for camping. During the day, Shepherd's group would go from one place to another on foot, and at night these people stop and rest while sleeping at night. Sheila has many nightmare in which Shepherd looked like a villain, but Sheila thought maybe it is happening because of her period. The next day while walking, Shepherd sees an old house in which no one lived, but Shepherd refuses to stay in this house because it believed that staying in the house of others is against its charges. So everyone camps outside the house by putting up tents. In the morning, a woman comes to know about Seal's period. She informs the Shepherd about Seal's period, due to which the Shepherd sends Sheila to live with Sarah for a few days. At first, Sheila doesn't talk to Sarah, but gradually she talks to her. Sarah tells Sheila many things about Shepherd. Sarah says that when you were being born, your mother was very ill. If Shepherd wanted, she could have taken your mother to the hospital and delivered her and saved her, but he did not take her mother to the hospital. Because of which, when Sheila was born, her mother died there immediately. Sarah says that Shepherd is as naive as he looks. He is as bad from inside. I had come to know some things about him, so he took me out of the group on the pretext of impurity so that I could not tell his truth to those people. After listening to Sarah, the doubt that was arising in the mind of Sheila about Shepherd is now cleared. Sheila says to Sarah, "Why don't you run away from here?" Sarah says that I have no other place to live, so I can't go from here. The next day while wandering in search of his destination, Sheila sees a car, seeing that it seems that she is sitting in that car like a normal teenager. A normal life away from this group, but then it hears Ale scream. Actually, Ale was pregnant and due to continuous walking, pain started in her stomach. There was neither any hospital to help in this place nor anyone's house. Now, even without wanting Ale's delivery is done here. Ale is born a boy, but after delivery A dies here, Shepard does not care about the death of his wife. Shepard quickly burns Audrey's dead body and tells everyone to move on from here. But Sarah is very angry with Shepard and she considers Shepard responsible for Aile's death, but Shepard doesn't care about her words. Sarah moves away from Shepard's group with Audrey's child forever because Audrey's child was a boy, and by law there was no place for boys in this cult. That's why Shepard had left that child in the forest, but Sarah adopted him. When Sarah leaves from this group, then she tells Sela that you have to bring the truth of Shepard in front of all of them because Shepard is neither a good person nor. On the other hand, all the women were very tired due to continuous hiking due to which all these people stopped to rest. At one place, Shepard thinks that it might be on the wrong track. Then tomorrow, his daughter in the group says that maybe we should go to that side hearing, which Shepard thinks that maybe his daughter is now trying to be the leader. Shepard gets angry at Tomorrow and starts killing him. All these things Sarah was watching, but none of the group comes to help. Tomorrow, after hiking continuously for a few days, all these people come near a lake Shepard asks to camp. One by one, the Shepard purifies all the women by drowning them in that lake. After having dinner at night, everyone goes to sleep. After everyone is asleep, the Shepard invites Sheila to his tent. When Sheila comes to meet Shepard, Shepard tells her that you are as beautiful as your mother. She wanted to be physical with Sheila, but Sheila protests herself due to which Shepard leaves from here. After he leaves, Sheila, along with her sister, starts imagining the Shepard to be killed. Sheila goes to everyone's tent one by one and tells them all about the Shepard. During the hiking, all Sheila's sisters saw Tamar being badly beaten by the Shepard, so they all believe Sheila's words. The next morning when Sheila and her sisters wake up from sleep, they see that their mother is missing. All these sisters reach the shore of the lake looking for their mother. Here the Shepard was sitting. Next to it were the clothes of his wives, Tsila and her sister. When Shepard asks about her mother, then he says, I have sent your mother to heaven, so now you all will take your mother's place and become my wife, so that when the right time comes, I can send you all to paradise. Actually, Shepard wanted all his daughters to be his wives. Shepard says that Tsila will be my favorite wife. And everyone will have to believe whatever she says, but Sheila refuses to become his wife. Because of this, Shepard gets angry and slaps her. Sheila also loses control over herself, and she gives Shepard a loud slap because it came to know that Shepard had killed their mother by drowning them in the lake. After this, we see two police officers near the lake. They find the bodies of many women on the banks of the lake. These bodies were of the wives of Shepard, whom he killed by drowning. The officers also find Shepard's dead body in the forest, which was killed together by Tsila and his sisters. Tsila freed himself with his sisters after killing Shepard. With this, the movie ends at this. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button.